Hey guys, Qui-Gon Jake here. It has been a while. I know it's been a while. I've gone through a lot of stuff recently, what with work. I finally left my job at the beginning of December. It was really suffocating me. I was really losing all sense of joy with a lot of things going on in my life. And I wanted to be able to celebrate the Christmas season with my friends and family. So that amongst a slew of other things, I decided that, you know what, this isn't this isn't worth it. This isn't worth my mental health. So I left that job earlier this month, and the reason for this video isn't so much of a and let's hop right back on into Grand Tactician as if nothing's changed, because things have changed. I ended up moved about, I guess, about 20 minutes westward of where I initially was, but that was a whole monthly process between getting the new house and finishing up cleaning and preparing the old house for the inspection, which that got completed just yesterday. So this episode is just basically, it's not even really like and I'm going to get right back into, Grand Tactician starting today or tomorrow. It's more just like, I'm not going to promise something that I can't deliver, but this video is mostly just like as a statement of my intent to get back to this, because I really did enjoy this for a while. And I didn't stop because I didn't enjoy it. It was just there was too much going on in life at the time. So this is basically just a hey, just whetting people's appetites, including my own, of just getting back into it. But the other reason why things aren't the same is that for this game, it's had a pretty big update. About early or late November, I can't remember which, but it changed several things. As you'll notice, this storage target for supply depots, that's been very improved from what little I've read. Weapons, instead of it waiting 100 plus days, sometimes 200, for weapons to be delivered all in one stock arrival, now delivers them every 30 days or so. It delivers them in portions. So instead of having to have waited 3 more days for all 10,000 Lorenz rifles, they would have been slowly trickling in. I don't know at what rate, but as you can see here, we already have 9,600 rifles. The Fayetteville's, we already have 2,800. We're expecting, I'm not sure how many more we have coming. We still have about a little over half that we've done in the next 80 days. The Richmond rifles, we finally have these guys, 4,000 of them, so we can start. This is the exciting part, is that I can start to equip your guys' brigades with these new rifles instead of having to have waited for so long. Same with the Napoleons. We have already gotten 23 12-pounders. We have, I thought I also ordered some other artillery pieces. Yes, the 14-pounder James rifles. We've already gotten half of those, so I can start equipping Bonaparte. If you want the James rifles, they are very much long-range anti-artillery guns. Whereas the Napoleons are obviously close range, blow them apart in shrapnel instead of solid. But also for cavalry, we've already gotten 2,200 of the Richmond rifles, or Richmond carbines, pardon me. So these things are going to be a significant step up from whatever you guys were using before. At the very least, it'll be a sustainable step up, because I think some of you might still have the these cavalry kind of rifles, which they typically either have a high rate of fire, or they're very accurate, or maybe a mixture of both. But these aren't in production, so when they run out, they run out. Whereas the Richmond carbines have a great range, 375 yards, which is almost twice the amount of regular mixed cavalry. And even with the Springfield musketoons, it's still a significant step up. The rate of fire, I think, was better too. Yeah, 3 rounds per minute instead of 2.5. So that's another thing to be excited about. So we'll be able to start equipping that to the regiments in the field, or I guess they're not regiments, they're brigades. Because I think with Jackson we have O'Dunn's brigade. You guys have the Enfields, that's fine. He's just got the Springfields, which I think comparatively to the, let's check it just off the get-go, to the Lorenz. Lorenz has, what, 400 yards? What is the Springfields? Is it right in the face? I won't be able to see from here, will I? There we go. So 400 yards, 3 rounds per minute with a .58 caliber. Richmond rifle has slightly less rounds per minute, but has an additional 50 yards. 0.58, 0.58. Fayetteville's have 500 yards and 3 rounds per minute. So the Fayetteville's look like they're going to be really nice to have. So you have that, plus the Mississippi rifles, also 500 yards, but their accuracy is very good, whereas this is just mediocre. I think all these guns have mediocre. And apparently, again, I don't think there is an average. You have poor, you have mediocre, you have, what is it? I'm not even sure there's a very good or not. I think it's just poor, mediocre, and very good, which is not at all, like, in terms of, like, a gradual progression, I feel like that's a poor way of communicating. Poor is poor, mediocre is standard, very good is very good. So mediocre might just really be standard, unless I find something that says good. But yeah, that being said, so if you want to have better rifles, or if you're cool with the Springfields, that's totally fine. What else do we have? I got the Springfields. I'll probably change mine eventually, we'll see. Great, you've got the long-range Mississippi rifles. Let's see who else we have. Don't we have Bacon? There's Bacon. So you have the Maynard carbines, which have very good accuracy at 300 yards with 12 rounds per minute. You probably won't want to upgrade, unless you really do. I mean, you'd only be getting 50 extra additional yards with a much slower rate of fire, with a major decrease to your accuracy. But the Maynard carbines will run out, especially when we get the one of the projects, I think, that allow cavalry to turn into brigades as well. Obviously, there's not enough Maynard carbines to make up a full cavalry brigade of at least 1,000 to 1,500 bare minimum. So, but like these guys who have Springfield, they're going to get upgrades immediately, because that's just not good enough. Those Springfield musketoons, or even these, are even worse. So blown apart, you've got, oh yeah, that's right, you already had howitzers. But you only have 10 guns. Really? Why do you only have 10 guns? You should probably have like a full 16. Beckham is not going to get those 12. He's going to have to be upgraded. Deering is also going to get an upgrade. Looks like we need more artillery in the Army of the Shenandoah. Anyway. So yeah, that's what this video is. This is just kind of touching on a few of the changes from what I can immediately see. I think with the supply depots, you can choose to change what level of supply, like this one here. Automatic isn't really, I don't want this thing to be stored with anything. Like, this thing needs to be sending out whatever it has anywhere else. This is such a useless place to have supply. If anything, I would be, putting major amounts of supply in Fayetteville, Tennessee, or construct a new supply depot closer to Missouri or St. Louis. I don't remember what was going on. I think there is either, I can't remember what was going on here. If there was a Yankee army along the river. I know they had tried to take Fort Smith and failed, but I don't know if they were repulsed or if they were destroyed, because there's very two big differences in regards to that. Meanwhile, over here in Richmond, we've just got, that home squadron. I would love to be able to get a fort, like, right here, to just really deny them entrance to this harbor. We also got to take out the Fort Monroe at some point here in the near future. Problem with that fort is it takes forever to get down there. It really does. And unless you're going to do a naval invasion, it's meh. How's the Navy, out of curiosity? Only 4 disabled. We have 73 guns and 11 firepower. Huh, which ones are disabled? They all look fine to me. And then this one has all 9 with 54 guns and 48 firepower, all ready to go. We'll see. Maybe we can send these guys out to the Florida Keys and try to, I don't think we could take on Fort Zachary, but, maybe we try to find Yankee ports along the way, like this. Oh, who's this? 8 ships, all disabled. When are you guys going to be done? Hopefully soon. 22%, probably not. Any sort of Yankee forts out this way. I think it's just that one, and then the one in the Florida Keys. Just try to secure our borders and everything. There might be a Yankee Navy down here. We'll have to see. But anyway, so that's just where we're at. This is where I'm at. I'm hopeful to be able to start making these videos again. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm definitely, again, this is just more of a, I really intend to try to get back into this if at all possible. So, hopefully this will be the first video of a string of new videos to kind of reinvigorate right before Christmas. So, here's hoping for that. But until then, this is me, Qui-Gon Jake, signing off, and I will hopefully see you guys soon.